director of glicoingeniería research group. He is from the beginning a chemical engineer that graduated at Dalian Institute of Technology in Dalian, China. Then he did a PhD in biochemical engineer in Dalian Institute of Chemical Physics, where he works now. A postdoc in the Department of Food Science in Aarhus University in Denmark from 2010 to 2011. Yeah. He has more than 110 publications. He has granted for almost 40 patents, and he has received 12 or more awards for his research, being Chinese awards and also international ones. So please, Professor Heng Yin, we are listening to you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Professor Hong. Thank you for the introduction, and also thank you for inviting me to come here. It's my first time to come to South America. First time to Chile. It's quite a long trip, but I think it will be interesting and fruitful one. So the talk will be 3 lectures, 3 times. Today is about life science background and identification of fungi polysaccharides. Tomorrow I will talk about polysaccharide enzymes and oligosaccharides. The day after tomorrow I talk about the oligosaccharide function and the effect on plant, how to control the plant immunity. So there are 3 different lectures. Okay, we'll start today. And first I'll give a short introduction of my city and the institute. This map. The Earth is just in the, I think the 2 countries are just in the offside of the Earth, so it's quite a long way. It is a straight line distance nearly 20,000 kilometers. But for a fly, we need to pass by USA or pass by Europe. So it's quite a long trip. The Dalian city here is in the northeast in China. It's also a seaside city. Yeah, so this is the city view in the sea, and this big bridge, and the institute is just near this place. Okay, this is the city view. I found it quite some similar like the view of Santiago from the whole building, which I visited yesterday. Yeah. This is the Shanghai Square, the biggest square in China. Also, the institute is near this square. This is some view of the seaside. Yeah, I chose this one because the famous fruit in China, in Dalian city, is also the famous fruit of Chile, which is popular in China. We also have very famous cherry in Dalian city. Each year, 168 tons every year account for more than 20% of the countries of China's yield. Is very big. But I think also we import lots of cherry from China in China. Okay, this is about our institute, the DSP. We have five campus. The main campus, the Shanghai campus, is near the Shanghai Square, which I showed just in the last slide. And also we have other 4 campus. This one is the biggest one. Yeah, this is Shanghai campus. This is the gate. There are different buildings. This one, this is the biotech building. My label in the 3rd floor of this building, this place. Yeah, we have the DSP is quite a big institute in CAS. we have more than 1,700 employees and also 1,700 graduate students, master students, and PhD students, and 20 research laboratories, and also 10 international research centers. And in 5 years, we have 5,000 publications. All these are other different dates, and I don't talk them. Yeah, these are the human resource, the person in DSP. We have a member of Chinese Academy of Science or Chinese Academy of Engineering. There are 14 persons. It's a very good number. I think it's the best in a single institute in China. And we also have more than 100 professors. And this, in last 5 years, we have 61 foreign visiting school from other country to DSP. So I also welcome. If you want, you can visit our institute. We also have lots of postdoctor and PhD students. This is about the publication. Every year, more than 1,000 ACI publication. And about the patents, usually it's more than 1,000 patents, and some apply, and 600 or 700 granted patents every year. It's top one in the Chinese Academy of Science institutes. Okay. Besides the basic research and technical research, we also do technical transfer. But most of them are about the chemical engineering, but also like this biochemical engineering, this oligosaccharides, agriculture, biological agents and applications were done by my labor. Okay, this is about my labor. We have this key laboratory of carbohydrate research in Dalian province and other different research platforms. Most of the research field in the labor is high-value utilization of natural polysaccharides. The other data I talked with. Okay, so in the label we focus on the glycosides research, which is the topical today. So there are 3 parts of the glycosides. The glycobiology, in my label I focus on the plant glycobiology. There's the carbohydrate structure and function. The important part of the glycoengineering, about the glycoenzyme engineering, which I will talk tomorrow. The carbohydrate refinery, and also glycochemistry, the polysaccharide-based material and carbohydrate chemical refining. Usually this part is about the basic research. This part is about the technology research and product development. Yes, myself, I'm the leader of this lab, and now I wish the team have more than 14%, including 2 professors and 6 associate professors, 4 postdoctors from Egypt and Appl, and 20 master and PhD students, 2 foreign students from Bangladesh. Okay, this is a publication. Publication more than 110 papers, ACI papers, and edited some books. Professor Mana also helped to prepare this book, yeah, and also for some international conference. These are the patents, all in Chinese there are patents. This year now there are 54 patents were graduated, and 21 were transferred to company, like the Lower Times, Denmark, and other Chinese company. So we produce different kinds of oligosaccharide-based pesticide and fertilizer storage in Chinese, but these are licensed from Chinese government. These first 5 is pesticide. The others are fertilizer. The last one is the USA license fertilizer. And also some standard. This standard was not only the country and government to stand the quality of oligosaccharide, because the oligosaccharide with different DPE and different concentration. So I help the government to make this standard. These products from the soil fertilizer, which improve the soil environment, the pesticide, which will control the disease, the leaf fertilizer, which will protect the flower and fruit. These products are widely used in China, USA, and lots of Asian countries. Okay, that is introduced about the city, the institute, and the labor. You can just forget all of them. Now we move to science. This is today's topic. The first is the glycobiologhy background. There will be 4 parts, and then I will talk about some new work in the lab about the identification of fungi polysaccharides. This is the definition of carbohydrates. I think everyone you know this, so I don't read that. Just to show this cartoon. Usually when we talk about sugar, it's about what we eat. But most of the sugar we eat is sucrose, is this part. But besides the sucrose, there are lots of other sugar we also can use to in the food. For example, the glucose, the fructose, which are commonly called sugar. But some other chemical things, they are not carbohydrates, but they also can have the sweet, can have taste of sweet. It's called a sweetener. It's like this part, it will show. These are not carbohydrates, but it can taste sweet. And this cycle is a saccharide, which is a simple carbohydrate. This only contains the carbohydrate structure. But this cycle is all the carbohydrates, which not only contain the simple carbohydrates with the saccharide, but also the carbohydrates like glycoprotein, like the glycolipids, all the other things. If some part of this compound have carbohydrates, it's called carbohydrates. It's the big cycle. Okay. There are evident carbohydrates or evident polysaccharide biomass in nature, both in the animal, in plant, and in fungi. In animal, there are, I think this number may be not so accurate. You just know. In animals, there are lots of different carbohydrates or polysaccharide. For example, in the grape, there will be chitin, which is very hard polysaccharide. In chicken, this part, we also have a special kind of polysaccharide. In plant, it's more common. Like we eat every day, there is starch. And for the plant cell wall, there are cellulose, hemicellulose and pectin. And in the fungi, we just found some fungi in the field when we have dinner here. The fungi also different kinds of polysaccharides like glucan or other different polysaccharides. So in nature there are lots of different kinds of polysaccharides. Also which carrageenan is large scale and popular in Chile. Okay. Though there are lots of polysaccharide biomass in nature, but they are under utilization. In 10 years ago, this paper said it is only 3.5% polysaccharide biomass were used by human, though there are 6 billion tons every year, but only 3.5 were used. The situation will change in these 10 years. but I think there's still less than 10% polysaccharide were used. So it have lots of polysaccharide biomass or waste. We should use this resource to service for our world, service for our future. Besides it has big biomass, the carbohydrates is also very significant. This is one of the four major biomolecules, which are nucleosides, the amino acids, the proteins, the lipids, and the glycans. In nature, usually we can find 32 monosaccharides, different kinds of monosaccharides. And also, each have important function in nearly all the biological processes. Usually, these glycans play a crucial role in the signal recognition and intercellular interactions. One example is that about the COVID. The COVID, every time is a new mutant. In the COVID, the glycoside point change, or the glycoform change. It will be a new COVID-19 every time. Besides, the carbohydrates is evident in nature. It's important in function, but its research is not so many because this is a new field. The glycobiology is worked and was first proposed by a professor at Oxford University in 1988. It's quite later than the DNA and protein. And in 2001, the Nature published, Science published a special issue, Carbohydrates and Glycobiology, and marked the arrival of the era of glycosides. And this part is about China. The Chinese scientists also studied glycobiology nearly the same time of the foreign scientists. So the glycobiology is the science of studying the structure, biosynthesis, and biological significance of widely distributed carbohydrates, like glycans, and the complex carbohydrates, like the glycoprotein, and their conjuncts in nature. Besides the glycosides, glycobiology, which is focus on to discover the nature, the engineering is more focused to we have to use it. So the glycoengineering is studying the function, preparation, and the application of carbohydrates. It belongs to a category of bioengineering, which is the same or important protein engineering and genetic engineering. These are some main contents, but I think this is not all the aspects of glycoengineering, but like the traditional sugar engineering, like how to produce the sucrose, how to produce the glucose, like the conversion and utilization of natural carbohydrate resource, the discovery and the preparation of functional oligosaccharides, the glycoprotein production system, the cell glycosylation engineering, which to accumulate some special disease, the development of glyco drugs and functional drugs, and lots of space. Because the glycobiology and glycoengineering are very important. More than 10 years in 2012, the USA, the NRC, which is focused on scientific research, the NIH, we did focus on the healthy and medicine, the FDA focus on food, DOE focus on energy, and the NSF, which is the support of the national fund of USA, they together to publish this book, the Transforming Glycosides. roadmap for the future, which is said in this from this year, in next 50 years, the biological science will be very important for all the research aspects. And also the glicoingeniería, which can be used for different industry part, and can give big market and bigger profit for the companies. In this year, the cell published Voice, what comes next in glycobiology. Also said after 10 years, now the glycobiology research came to a second peak. And also in China, the government, they have set up a bigger project to support the glycobiology. The first time, it's also on this March this year. Besides the scientific research, the glyco science research also important for industry. This is a roadmap for glycoscience in Europe, just published last year. It's quite different with the roadmap American in 2012. In this roadmap, it's more focused on youth. This is about the materials and energy. This is about the nutrition and food. This is about the medicine. This means the glyco research is from the labor, from the science research to industry, to the market. And also in China, now we have lots of different glyco or carbohydrate products, like the carbohydrate drugs, which we just talked this morning. This seaweed compound is arginate or oligosaccharides-based drug to anti-Alzheimer. And also, these are some feed additive to grow the animals. There are different fertilizer and pesticides, and also food additives and functional food, and some chemicals, which are now in China. I think the market is more than 100 billion Chinese yuan every year is carbohydrate products. Okay, this is a bigger background of glycosides. The second part is about the monosaccharide and polysaccharide. I will talk the oligosaccharide tomorrow. Yeah, so according to the composition, the carbohydrates can be divided into two categories: the simple carbohydrates and the complex carbohydrates. The simple ones only contain glycan residues and no other type of component. The complex one, besides the glycan, it also can contain some other compounds, such as the peptides, the protein, the lipids. So first we talk about the simple carbohydrates, the monosaccharide, oligosaccharide, polysaccharide, all belong to the simple carbohydrates. The monosaccharide is only one glycan. There are different glucose, N-acetyl glucosamine, galactose, and lots of different. There are 32 major monosaccharide. The polysaccharide, there are also lots of them. I don't read the names. And the oligosaccharide is from 2 to 10 is built up with monosaccharide. And this part are the complex carbohydrates, like the glycoprotein, the glycolipids, which will be talked in detail later. These are some common knowledge. I think there are also some undergraduate students. According to the number of the monosaccharides, there are different ways to divide them. According to the number of the carboatoms, there can be trials, tetras, pentos, hexy, and monos. These are from different formula and Dr. Yin. And also another way to divide them according to the charge of the monosaccharide, it can be divided to nature, acidic, and basic monosaccharides. It still other ways to divide them, we'll show here. Yeah, these are some common ones. Some scientists think this 10 monosaccharide is the most important in human life. Most of them we can, some of them we can got from food. Some of them we can biosynthesis in our body. Okay, these are monosaccharides. The monosaccharide can link to be different glycan chain, then to build up the long oligosaccharide or polysaccharide. But this glycan chain is quite complex compared to the DNA and protein. For the DNA and protein, it's only one way to build up, and there's only one link. But for the glycan, they are quite, at first, the monosaccharide is more than DNA. DNA is only 4, they are 32. And also the link, the glycan bond, the glycoside bond is quite different. And this also have this chemical carbon difference, like alpha, beta, and also the link 1 to 1, 1 to 2, because there are 6 different carbon sides, so it's quite different. Oh, this don't show the number of this number is changed to the here. So some scientists they have to make some conclusion. If there are 3 saccharides, compare all the possibility. If even 3 saccharides, it can be more than 27,000 different structures. So it's quite complex than nucleoside and protein, which make the glycan very complex. So it has quite different and complex function. So this glycan change can control the protein. And in recent days, we also found the glycan can be attached to RNA and also to DNA to change the protein and this nucleosides function. Yeah. Now we move from the monosaccharide to the polysaccharide. These are some common typical polysaccharides in nature, from the animal, from the plant, from the microbe. There are 3 leaves, different or complex in the polysaccharide. First, is a different of the monosaccharide. Each cartoon is mean different monosaccharide. So this different polysaccharide will fill up with different monosaccharide. This is the first leaf. The second leaf is the link. The link is different. For example, even this glucan can call the catalan from the microbe is just a beta 1,3 link. This glucan from the laminar, it not only beta 1,3, it also have beta 1,6 branch link. This is the second. This the second link is the link is different. The third link is the branch. For example, the pectin is the complex polysaccharide in nature. These have quite different may change, but also on a branch they are quite different and can change in different plants. So the monosaccharide, the ring and the branch make the polysaccharide very complex in nature. Yeah, just to show some methods for the polysaccharide extraction. For the chitin or and calcium from grape and shrimp, or from also from some insects. Typical methods now we prepare large scale prepare of chitin. We use strong acid and base. For example, demyelination by the hydrochloric acid and deproteination by the sodium hydroxide. Usually we do these two. Maybe we don't need to do the decolorization for agriculture or for other use. So we are doing our calcium with sample, we have some color because we don't do this decolorization. We just demineralization and deproteination. We use these chemical methods to work the chitin, and we also can use chemical methods to work the calcium. This method is quite cheap, so it will be widely used in industry, but it also will have very big pollution. So we also not only we, the scientists, we also found some new solvent for green destruction, like the ionic liquid or DES, the deep solvent solution. But all these new solvents